2025 is going to be the year that I'm able to go full-time with YouTube. But how can I be so confident in this? How do I know that this is going to happen? Well, because I'm going to make it happen. And if you're also a small creator, I fully believe that this can be your year too. Let me set the scene. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Rawk, and I've been creating gaming videos on my main channel, Rawk, for the past almost 5 years now. YouTube has been a big part of my life for as long as I can remember, to be perfectly honest. I have been making YouTube videos since I was like 11, 12-ish, and I'm 21 now, so that's most of my life. I've been doing some form of this, talking to a camera, and it's really over the past few years when making this channel Rawk that I truly began to feel that this could go somewhere, this could become a career for me. And towards the end of 2024, I kind of just decided 2025 was the year. I'm going to kind of walk you through the process of how I got here. So over the past few months, I've really been doing a lot of research and thinking about the YouTube game, essentially. How to better play the YouTube game. Because here's the thing, for so many years, I was following a formula, right? I had found a formula that I truly believed would work for me, and I kept working within that formula so very rigidly. And it was only in 2024 that I really began to push outside of those limits a little bit, and I started to experiment with the different types of content that I could make and the ways in which that I could go about creating that content. The main reason I began this experimentation was because I was getting sick. To be perfectly honest, I was getting sick and tired of the videos that I was making. I was still proud of them, but they were not reflecting me. They were not a true look and insight into who I am and the type of stuff that I want to put out into the world. So I decided it was time to change. It was time to make videos that were more authentically me, and also that were more experimental, that allowed me to sort of mold my abilities and experiment with different things, different formats, different ways of scripting, different ways of editing. And I truly, really did do this for me. It was not motivated by any sort of want to grow the channel any further. It was because this was something I felt that I needed to do for me. And to my surprise, those videos actually started doing really, really well, at least by my standards. I began to average closer to 1,000, 2,000 views per video. And that was huge for me. That was unheard of. But before 2024, my most viewed video, I believe, was at 2.5k. And I began reaching a point where that was becoming fairly regular performance for a video of mine. And I'm sure if you're a small creator watching this, you know how invigorating that is. You know the feeling of having a video that you were really experimental with, or just really proud of, that you enjoyed making, and having it hit that many views. It's a crazy feeling. And it's hard to kind of wrap your head around, because in the grand scheme of YouTube, those numbers aren't really anything. Sorry. But to us, with our very, very limited scope as creators in terms of an audience, having videos hit those numbers, it's the most mind-blowing thing. I began to realize that authenticity, playing into my unique personality, my unique skills, my unique interests, was really working for me. Not only in terms of the videos doing better than they ever had, but also in my own satisfaction with those videos. I was feeling happier with the content that I was putting out than I ever had before. So I wanted to lean into this more. I was having more fun than ever making videos, and I wanted to go ham on making the videos that were the most truly me that I could. And I sort of started to realize that if I was continuing to grow the amount of personality and authenticity that I was putting into my videos, if there was a similar level of growth in the channel and the views, I could be onto something. So I spent a lot of time researching how to make that work, basically. And I know it's weird saying that you did research about how to make things work on YouTube. What I also mean is listening to the success stories of individuals who did make it, who were in the position that I'm in and that you very likely are, and that they made it out. They made it out of where we are. They managed to escape the small creator bubble, and they're able to make a living from YouTube now. Those were the stories that I was looking for. So you take that, you add in a small sprinkling of YouTube guru talk, which, don't worry, it is as cliche and cringe as it sounds. I don't want to put too much weight on the ideas and the lessons that they're sort of putting out into the world, because at the end of the day, while some of those things may work, it's not going to work for everyone. This is a really roundabout way of saying that I have a plan for my content and what I believe I know of my audience in 2025. I have a calculated plan. I know exactly what I want to do with my content. I know the vision that I want to achieve for almost every video I have planned for this year. But almost more importantly, I know exactly what I'm going to try to do to make those videos play nicer with the algorithm. And I truly believe that in finding that balance between the true, real me and playing to what the algorithm responds to, I think I can create a scenario in which my videos are able to consistently do well. So that's all well and good. Fantastic. Why do you care? Honestly, you might not. You really might not care. But if you are a small creator and this sounds, the things that I'm talking about here sound interesting to you, I want to act as a case study for you. And that's where this video format comes in. In 2025, I plan to do the road to full-time. And I'm going to explain what that is, don't worry, but I'm just going to give the graphic a moment to be on screen and for you to appreciate it. It's probably just like black text and it took me like a couple of seconds, but appreciate it, damn it. Road to Full-Time is going to be my journey. The unfiltered, raw journey of me making an attempt to make this a full-time job. Not this as in this format of video, but like the YouTube thing. And I want to take you along on that journey. Because that was the thing about every single story that I heard, every success story that I was exposed to in my research. It was always the afterwards. There was never the before or the during. It was always after the success. So I want to bring a unique perspective to that conversation. I want to be the in-between. Because friends, I haven't made it. I'm quite far away from having made it. I have ads, like I have reached monetization level. That's about it. This is far, far from being a full-time job yet. And I think that gives me a unique perspective in this space. I have a plan, and I know how I want to execute on that plan, and I know the potential results of that plan. So I want to take you on that journey with me to see if that plan will generate the results that I'm hoping for. And when I mean this is going to be as raw and honest as I can be, I really, really mean it. If I don't make it, you'll know. Because 2025 really feels like the last year that I can give it an honest go. I am about to finish my degree. I'm a university student and I'm about to do my dissertation, which is my final project. And then later this year, it's time for me to get into the working world. And even though a lot of people do manage to have YouTube channels and full-time jobs, it's something that I really don't know if I'm going to be able to balance. I can't picture a world in which I work 9 till 5. I have like, what, a 30 to 60 minute commute either side. I'm trying to have a social life and take care of myself and then still find time to make these videos, especially when the videos that I make are so tightly produced. And you know, they don't have to be that way, but that's the way that I like to make them. That is the creative vision that I have for those videos, and I don't think, I can't see a world in which I can execute that vision whilst also working full-time. So 2025 may well be my very last shot. So if I don't make it, you'll know about it. And it'll suck! It'll suck if I don't manage to achieve this goal within the year. But sometimes that is just the way it is for small creators. I'm sure there's at least a few of you watching who have been through this, you know? You've tried to make a YouTube channel that would be able to take you where you want to be in life, and it just hasn't worked. Because the truth is, YouTube's a cutthroat game. It is a difficult ecosystem to try and make a name for yourself in. People like to say that YouTube is a solved game, and there is, to some extent, there is a playbook to go along, but just because you know the rules of a game doesn't mean you're guaranteed to win. Especially when you have so many opponents, and so many of them, statistically, are just better at playing the game than you. That's not a comment against you, nor is it a comment against me. It's just a fact of the stats. So, the current plan is to have some sort of video here every single week. Hopefully. If you know me, you know that I've made promises about consistency of uploads before, and it hasn't always panned out. And I'm sorry about that. Let's not get into it though. Hopefully, if all goes to plan, there will be something, some insight that I'm able to provide every single week. Whether it be some progress that I've made towards my goals, you know, like a good editing session, or like I've uploaded a video, some sort of insight that I can give to you, or it'll be some sort of tip or strategy that I've picked up that works for me that I think could be valuable to you if you are also a small creator in a similar position to me. And more than anything, I just want to document this because on the off chance that this does work and I do make it this year, won't this be a really cool thing for me to look back on? If I'm sat here a year from now and I have achieved all of the goals that I want to achieve with this channel, won't this be such a cool archive of how I got there? So yeah, that's the rationale behind this series, and hopefully that sounds interesting to at least some of you. But that's not all, my friends. If you are a small creator and you feel yourself at the beginning of a similar journey, if you are about to embark down the same path as me, I want you to share your story. You don't have to commit to weekly or any sort of regimented schedule with this, but if you feel so inclined, I would love to hear your tales. I want to see the stories of other small creators. I want to know what goes on in your process, because everyone's process is so unique. That is the beauty of this platform and the people on it. We are all so unique, and I want to know how this journey would look for you if you were to embark on it. And I'm sure there are other people who would want to know too. So if you feel so inclined and you are a small creator who is about to go on a similar journey, then I strongly encourage you to create some sort of video. Use the hashtag Road to Full Time and share your experiences with the world if that's something that you feel inclined to do. Because friends, the road, it's not going to be an easy walk or drive. I don't know, this is I'm not great at metaphors, but it's not going to be an easy journey. I know this for a fact. But you don't have to embark it alone. None of us have to embark it alone. There is always like-minded people out there, whether it be fellow small creators or the small communities that we have managed to accumulate. 2025, man. It is our year. It is the year of the small creator. And if you choose to join me on this path, you'll be helping make sure that's the case. I don't know if I'm gonna make it to where I want to be in this journey, but I'm excited. I really am excited. So, thank you for giving me your time and your attention, and I look forward to hearing from you. If you're a small creator, I look forward to hearing your story on the road to full time.